Hey there, hello and welcome. It is Madeline here, and today is day one of our 7-day meditation challenge to relieve stress and anxiety. So, over the next 7 days, I'm going to lead you in some of the high level principles that I use to guide my clients, and I used myself to heal anxiety and stress. And this can also be used for other areas in your life as well. For example, depression and trauma. But given the current state of affairs, this challenge, these next 7 days, are about relieving anxiety and stress. Specifically, so hey Joanna, hey Stephen, good to see you. Loves, glad to be with you. Thank you for joining live, and thank you to those who are joining on the replay later. And hey Ebony, good to see you, girl. Glad you made it. So, and tonight's topic and meditation is the truth about anxiety and stress. Okay, and then I'm going to lead you in a powerful technique to help you mitigate anxiety and stress in the moment. So anxiety and stress, they're not the same thing. They're both fear, right? So they're both fear and emotion, and they both have the same response on our physiology. Liliana, glad you made it. You're welcome. Christine, oh, it's a party. Good to see you, Christine. All right, so they're both fear, and one is present-based fear, and one is future-based fear. So there's a lot of anxiety right now going on in the world. So, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But essentially, right, the bottom line for stress is that stress is a negative emotion of fear that comes about when there are obstacles to the fulfillment of your desires, right? What does that mean in English? It means you're not getting what you want, okay? It means that you're not getting what you want. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Or you're having to deal with something that you don't want to deal with, right? So yesterday I was on a call with a client, and she said to me, Madeline, you're causing me stress. And I immediately said to her, love, stress is an inside job, right? So what does that look like, right? So stress is fear of, it could be stuff that's going on in the moment. So, and right now, we're dealing with a lot of unknowns, right? And fear of the unknown is one of the biggest sources of anxiety, if not the biggest source of anxiety known to man, because as humans, we want to be certain that we're going to be, at a minimum, safe and sound, right? Safe, protected, happy, and have all the bare minimums that we need. And if you're within the sound of my voice, that's pretty likely that you have all those things. So anything that you're anxious or fearful about really can be mitigated with the techniques that I teach you in this, that I teach you in our group, that I teach you in this challenge, and that I teach in my programs. Okay? So what are we so afraid of besides the unknown, right? So, because we really don't know anything, and that's a whole live for another day, right? Some of the things that really cause us angst are fear of failure, right? Not getting it right? I know my type A's in the group, we want to be perfect, and we want to do it right. And not only right, but excellent, right? And the fear of not doing that causes us stress and anxiety. Fear of loss, right? Losing a job, losing our health, losing a loved one, okay? And fear of success, right? Fear of actually having everything that we've ever wanted. And also a big topic for Alive all by itself. And here's the secret one, right? Here's the one that we don't talk about, that isn't obvious. And here's the one, I titled this tonight's session, The Truth About Anxiety. And here's the truth, right? The big secret one that is really at the root cause of a lot of anxiety it was for me, for a lot of the people that I work with and talk to, is fear of living authentically or not living authentically. And that means not being who you really are, not being true to yourself, living your life for others, having lived your whole life for others. And eventually, when you're not true to yourself, when you're not true to who you really are, to your heart, to your desires, it shows its ugly head as anxiety in our circumstances around us, okay? And essentially, right, also a topic for a bigger day, but I just want you to mull that around in your mind a little bit. Are you true to yourself? If you're not true to yourself, you will always be anxious, okay? But on the bright side, know that anxiety can be healed permanently. And that's what I help my clients do. But we can't heal your anxiety permanently today, but I am going to help you feel better in the moment, right? Especially today with today's technique, okay? So I want you to think about what I talked about tonight, right? Like maybe over the next 24 hours, maybe journal about, what's the source of your anxiety, overwhelm, stress, and how can you start to mitigate it, okay? So meditation is one of the best ways to mitigate and heal anxiety. And it's actually the foundation of all of my programs, okay? Because anxiety and stress are thinking problems. Okay, and this is already going longer than I wanted it to. They're thinking problems, right? And the thoughts, the negative thoughts in our mind releases stress hormones in our brain, which results in physical symptoms, okay? Especially if you've been anxious for a while, then it results in physical symptoms like headaches, chest pains, digestive issues, high blood pressure. I had all of those things. Vertigo at my worst, hot flashes, ladies and gentlemen. The list goes on and on and on, okay? So, and that's why taking medication doesn't work, right? Because medication eases our symptoms, but the root is in our thoughts, right? So, and if we don't learn how to change our thoughts and replace them, right? Change those negative thought patterns, right? Which is possible. Now we know that it's possible to break our negative thought patterns and install positive thought patterns in our mind. So we're releasing happy hormones in our brain like dopamine and serotonin. And there's one more. I always forget the third one. Hopefully it'll come to me or I'll put it in the comments later. Okay. So, and those are the dopamine, serotonin. Oh, shoot, there's one more. So, and that's what makes us feel good, right? That's what makes our body feel good. Okay. So, and there are things that we can do in order to shift our physiology in addition to changing our thought patterns, okay, because it takes a little bit of time. We can also accelerate the process of shifting our Thank you, Joanna. Endorphins. Yes, that's not the one, but that's a good one. Yes, endorphins, which happens when we exercise specifically. That's not the one. Joanna, my rock star. So, okay, so there are things that we can do to return our physiology back to normal, okay? And meditation is one of them. And specifically, the meditation that I'm going to lead you in tonight is that 16 seconds to bliss, right? So I taught about that last week or the week before, and I actually want to lead you and guide you through it tonight so you can actually feel the change in your physiology. So let's get comfortable, okay? If you have any questions, put them in the chat now and I'll get to them later. And let's get comfortable as we prepare for meditation, okay? So that's in a seated upright position. We'll play some music for us. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your breath. Let's start with 3 ha breaths, okay? So that's an inhale. A ha breath is an inhale through the nostrils, twice as long. Exhale, out and open mouth. Again, inhale. Again, one more. Inhale. Now return to normal breathing. When you're ready, start following your breath on 4 counts. So that means an inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for a moment. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. About a 4-second count. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to continue that on your own count. A comfortable, a slow 4 count, but a comfortable slow count of 4. And in as little as 16 seconds to bliss, hence 16 seconds to bliss, your physiology is responding. Continue your counting. Hey Reed, good to see you. Your blood pressure is starting to normalize. Your breathing is starting to normalize, even though you're controlling it. If you can't control your breath, you'll be hard-pressed to control anything in your life, won't you? That's right. When your mind drifts away, return to the 4 count. Our breath connects us to the present moment, which is where joy, creativity, passion, love, compassion live in the now. Now is all there is. Remember your 4 count. Breath connects us to spirit, God, the universe, whatever word you like best to describe your higher power. It's through the breath in the present moment that we connect with them, and hence who we really are, which is an extension of that higher power. Rumi said that we're here as an expression, that the higher power is expressing itself through us for this moment in time. Continue your 4 count. I'll watch the time and join you. Okay? Enjoy. remember you're counting 4 in, hold, and 4 out. At a count that's comfortable for you. And when your mind drifts away, just notice and come back to your count. Continuing with your eyes closed, return to normal breathing and just sit easily. When you're ready, when it's comfortable, open your eyes to the room. Let me know how you're feeling. I'm feeling really good, but my anxiety level's pretty low to begin with. So, especially if you've been feeling high stress or high anxiety, I'd really like to hear how you're feeling now after, I think that was about 6 to 8 minutes of breathing, of breath work, which has already had a physiological shift in your body and your mind, which is helping you reconnect to your spirit, right? Our spirit is always whole. Yes, peace, Ebony. Yeah, thank you. Ebony's a rock star too. She's a regular meditator, she knows, right? So our spirit is always whole, but when we're anxious or stressed, we're separated from who we really are. We're separated from our spirit, from our higher power, whatever concepts feel good for you, okay? So let me know what questions you have. All right, I'll give you a minute or two for questions. And if you enjoyed this, right, and you'd like to do this with me on a regular basis, I invite you to message me about my monthly meditation program, okay? But we're gonna do this for the next 7 days, all right? I'm gonna teach you the principles, right, the 7 principles to relieve anxiety and stress now. Okay, so if you're in the middle of typing something, put something in the chat so I know. I don't want to cut you off. Otherwise, I am going to sign off. Yes, right? So thanks for asking, Joanna. Same time each night, 7:30. Yes, Friday and Saturday might be different times. Friday and Saturday might be different times. I'm going to do a poll, okay, in the group to find out what time will work for Friday. Okay, otherwise it will be 7:30. Yes, live. I feel peaceful and noodly, Ray says. Oh, I love that, noodly. It's lovely. Wonderful. I'm happy it served you, Ray. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. It's been a while. All right, my loves. Okay, see if there's any other comments coming through. It's my privilege to be your teacher for this short while. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video, at a minimum tomorrow night. And until then, I'll see you in the gap. Namaste. Peace and blessings to you.